Everyone, this is for class 10. Our chapter name is life processes. Now let's study respiration in plants and animals in this part. Okay, now let's first see respiration in plants. See, plants have a branched shape, right? And most of its surface area, it has a large surface area, and most of the surface area is it is exposed to the external environment. Therefore, diffusion alone can supply all the cells of the plants with as much oxygen as they need for respiration, right? As mostly all the parts, that is roots, stems, leaves, all are exposed to the environment. So through the process of diffusion, exchange of gases is possible, and that is why all these parts respire separately. Now, which parts respire separately? Like roots, stems, leaves, these parts respire separately. Now, from where does oxygen comes from? Now, O2 is obtained from stomata in leaves. We know stomata are present on the underside of leaves. Then lenticels in stems. The big trees which have woody stem, in such hard stems, lenticels or small openings are present through which exchange of gases, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide, is possible. So such small openings which are present in the woody stems, such openings are called as lenticels. And the general surface of roots. Roots have very fine root hair, right? So through these root hairs, exchange of gases is possible. So mostly plants, how do oxygen enter in the plant body? Through stomata, through lenticels, or through root hair. Now how? Let's understand that. Now we will see first this respiration by roots. Now just pay attention. See, air is present in between the particles of soil, right? The roots of the plant take the oxygen required for respiration from the air present in between the soil particles by the process of diffusion. Just look at this diagram. This is a root. These are the side roots, right? And these small hair, like these, are called as root hair. Now the root hair are in contact with the air in the soil, right? Oxygen diffuses into root hairs and reaches all the other cells of the root for respiration, right? Then carbon dioxide gas produced in the cells of the root during respiration moves out through the same root hairs by the process of diffusion, right? So how exchange of gases is possible? By the process of diffusion. And who is doing that? Root hair. These tiny root hairs are doing the process of diffusion, that is exchange of gases. Now one more thing, it has been found that the land plants die if their roots remain under waterlogged for considerable time. If we give too much water to the plant, then what happens? Waterlogging takes place. This is because too much water expels all the air from in between soil particles. See, when we are giving too much excessive water to a plant, then what happens? The air which has been trapped within the soil particles, those air spaces will be taken up by the water particles, right? Due to this, oxygen is not available to the roots for aerobic respiration. Under these conditions, the roots will respire anaerobically, because as there is no air, there is no oxygen, so no diffusion of this oxygen gas is taking place, and the roots will not get sufficient oxygen, and therefore the roots will respire anaerobically producing alcohol. We know that during anaerobic respiration, what is produced? The glucose is converted into alcohol, right? And this may kill the plant. That is why for terrestrial plants we should not give too much of water to the plant. Otherwise what will happen? The roots will get decomposed also due to continuous presence of water over there. Okay. Now the next is respiration in stems. We have seen now respiration in roots. Now the second is stem. So see, there are basically two types of plants. One are called as herbaceous plants. What are herbaceous plants? Plants which have soft stems, green colored soft stems. So in herbaceous plants, stomata are present on this soft stems, right? Whereas in woody plants, there are woody plants also, right, which have bark on them, right, hard bark or cork on them, right? So in woody stems, small openings are present on the bark. That those openings are called as lenticles, and exchange of gases takes place through these lenticles in woody plants. Whereas in herbaceous plants, stomata are present, so exchange of gases takes place through stomata. So this is about respiration in stems. The third is respiration in leaves. Now we all know that stomata are present on the underside of leaves. Stomata are nothing but openings, right, through which gaseous exchange take place, as well as transpiration process also takes place. Now see, respiration in leaves occurs during the daytime as well as at night. Respiration is a continuous lifetime process, right? Whereas photosynthesis occurs only during the daytime. रेस्पिरेशन रात में भी दिन रात होता है, बट फोटोसिंथेसिस सिर्फ दिन में होता है इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ सनलाइट, राइट? नाउ respiration takes place both in the presence and in the absence of sunlight, right? In the presence of sunlight or during daytime, what happens? The stomata are open in leaves and in other green tissues, and so the process of photosynthesis is also in progress, right? So during daytime, what happens? Respiration as well as photosynthesis is taking place, right? Where in photosynthesis, CO2 is used up and oxygen is released, and during respiration oxygen is taken up and carbon dioxide is released. But the rate of photosynthesis is much faster than the rate of respiration. वो एक बहुत ज्यादा फास्ट प्रोसेस है फोटोसिंथेसिस एज कंपेयर टू रेस्पिरेशन. तो होगा क्या? फोटोसिंथेसिस में व्हाट इज द बाय प्रोडक्ट? ऑक्सीजन इज द बाय प्रोडक्ट, राइट? एंड रेस्पिरेशन में ऑक्सीजन इज यूज्ड अप एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज गिवन. सो अगर नेट इफेक्ट देखा जाए ड्यूरिंग डे टाइम, सो व्हाट इज द नेट इफेक्ट? There is a net movement of CO2 from environment to the plant tissue through stomata, and oxygen is diffused out from cells to outer environment through stomata. मतलब ड्यूरिंग डे व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? नेट मूवमेंट कौन से गैसेस का होगा? देखिए, एक CO2 है, दूसरा ऑक्सीजन है. तो CO2 विल बी टेकन अप in the process of photosynthesis and oxygen will be given out, right? More oxygen will be given out to the environment. Now what happens during night? The conditions are just reversed, right? Photosynthesis stops. There is no photosynthesis during night time, and only the process of respiration takes place, right? And as a result, O2 diffuses into plants and CO2 diffuses out, right? इसीलिए बोलते हैं कि रात के समय ट्रीज के, प्लांट्स के पास खड़े नहीं होना चाहिए. ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि फोटोसिंथेसिस नाइट टाइम में होता ही नहीं है, राइट और प्लांट्स जो है वो रात में भी रेस्पिरेशन तो करते ही है, इसीलिए नेट मूवमेंट कैसा है, ऑक्सीजन इज टेकन इन एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज गिवन आउट बाय द प्लांट्स, right? That is why it is said that don't stand near the trees during night time. Okay. अब लीव्स में हमने बोला है कि exchange of gases takes place with the help of stomata. Now let's understand this stomata first. See, this is the structure of stomata. These are the two kidney shaped guard cells और ये surrounding cells है epidermis की. Okay, now just see what happens. These two are guard cells. This is the inner walls and these are the outer walls of guard cell, right? Inner walls of guard cell are thick and they are less elastic, whereas outer walls, they are thin and they are more elastic in nature, right? Now what happens when there is a movement of water molecules from the surrounding cells towards the stomata or these guard cells? So what happens, these guard cells are filled up with more water, right? It means they swell up, size increase हो जाता है because of the presence of lot of water in the guard cells, right? पानी कहाँ से आया, from the surrounding cells, epidermis की, right? So what will happen, this creates a turgor pressure, right? And because of the turgor pressure, this stomata opening, this slit will open. And when the stomata opens, what happens, exchange of gases takes place, right? When this stomata opening, this guard cells opening, this slit opens, then exchange of gases takes place. वैसे ही क्लोज कब होगा, when the water goes from the guard cells towards the surrounding cells, right? So that turgor pressure will decrease and this slit which has been opened, it will closed, right? So that time the stomata will get closed and there will be no exchange of gases taking place at that time. So depending upon the conditions of the cell which are present inside inside the leaf, right, exchange of gases will be done accordingly. If the cells are deficient of carbon dioxide, then CO2 will move from environment into the cells. If the cells are deficient of oxygen, then that time CO2 will diffuse from external environment into the cell. But from where? Through this stomatal opening. Okay, इसके पहले हमने मेसोफिल लेयर भी देखा है जो लीफ के अंदर होता है, राइट? पैलिसेड मेसोफिल एंड स्पॉन्जी मेसोफिल. तो जो पैलिसेड मेसोफिल में इंटरसेल्युलर स्पेसिंग्स आर ऑलमोस्ट नेग्लिजिबल, राइट? दे आर compactly placed, but in spongy mesophils the size of cell is also small and considerable spacing is intercellular spacing is there in the spongy mesophil. अब वो air spacing क्यों होता है spongy mesophil में? For the diffusion of gases from one cell to another cell within the leaf. So this is about the respiration of plants. So in short we can say that respiration in plants takes place by roots also, by stems also, by leaves also, independently, right? For roots they have root hair. For stem, either in herbaceous plants, in soft stem plants, either stomata are present, so gas exchange will take place through those stomata which are present on the stem, or if it is woody stem, then lenticels are present. And in leaves we know that stomata are present and transpiration as well as gaseous exchange takes place through this stomatal openings. Now what about respiration in animals, right? In animals there are different organs of respiration for different animals. Like In lower animals like amoeba and paramecium, euglena, the sponges, hydra, spirogyra, right? No specific respiratory organs are present. In these animals, exchange of gases takes place from body surface. इन एनिमल्स में कोई पर्टिकुलर रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन, जैसे हम में लंग्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, वैसे ऐसा कोई ऑर्गन इन एनिमल्स में, दीज आर कॉल्ड एज लोअर एनिमल्स, इनमें प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है. तो एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस कैसे होगा? फ्रॉम देयर बॉडी सरफेस. इन अर्थवॉर्म्स, राइट, इन अर्थवॉर्म्स exchange of gases occurs through skin. Then frog respires through skin as well as through lungs, as it is an amphibian, right? Then in insects like grasshopper, housefly, cockroach, respiratory organs are एयर ट्यूब्स और ट्रकिया. हमको पता है कि इंसेक्ट्स रिस्पायर कैसे करते हैं? थ्रू स्पाइरेकल्स विच आर नथिंग बट पोर्स और होल्स विच आर प्रेजेंट ऑन देयर बॉडी. और जो स्पाइरेकल्स होते हैं उनके अंदर ट्रकिया प्रेजेंट होता है, ट्रकिया, राइट, ट्यूब्स प्रेजेंट होती है. तो एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस कैसे होगा? थ्रू दिस ट्रकिया. Then in aquatic animals like fish, prawn, tadpole, etc., respiratory organs are gills. Fishes have gills enclosed inside the gill chambers, one on either side of the body, just behind the head. Right? Gill chambers होते हैं और उसमें से respiration होता है. One activity is given in your book. The name of the activity is to study the process of breathing in fishes. Okay, now what is there in the activity? See, we know that fish are they are aquatic animals, right? And they breathe through the gills, right? The fish breathes by taking in water through its mouth and then passing it out through gill slits. आपने देखा होगा कि अगर आपके घर में एक्वेरियम है सपोज, तो आप देख सकते हो कि फिश जो है वो कॉन्स्टेंटली अपने मुंह खोलती है. इट ओपन्स एंड क्लोज इट्स माउथ, राइट. तो ऐसा क्यों करती है वो? बिकॉज द गैसेस विच आर डिजॉल्व्ड इन वाटर, राइट. तो मुंह में से पानी अंदर जाता है और वो पानी कहाँ तक पहुंचता है? थ्रू टू इट्स गिल स्लिट्स, ठीक है, गिल्स तक. और गिल्स में वापस ट्यूब्स होती है, राइट. देयर इज अ सर्कुलेशन ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स होती है. और ये जो ब्लड होता है, इट एब्जॉर्ब्स ऑक्सीजन आउट ऑफ वाटर एंड द रिमेनिंग वाटर इज थ्रोन आउट थ्रू दीज गिल स्लिट्स, राइट. So the oxygen dissolved in water is absorbed by blood when the latter passes over the gills, right. Note down the number of times the fish opens and closes its mouth in a minute and compare it with the number of times you breathe in a minute. हमारा ब्रीदिंग रेट जो है और फिशेस का जो ब्रीदिंग रेट है, इसमें बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस है. Why is it so? We are terrestrial animals, right? और वी टेक ऑक्सीजन विच इज प्रेजेंट इन द एयर. तो जो बहुत ज्यादा मात्रा में प्रेजेंट होता है, परसेंटेज ज्यादा होता है. वेर एज द ऑक्सीजन विच इज डिजॉल्व्ड इन वाटर इज मच लेस इन परसेंटेज, राइट, क्वांटिटी. इसलिए उनको रेस्पायर करने के लिए इट हैज टू कंटिन्यूअसली ओपन एंड क्लोज इट्स माउथ, राइट. तो जो ब्रीदिंग रेट होगा in fishes is comparatively higher as compared to us. Just see this diagram. This is a fish. Through its mouth it takes water, right. And see, on either side of its head. This is the head, on either side, one on the back side and one on the front side. Gills are present. So water is taken from the mouth. It passes from here towards the gill slits, right? And inside there is a network of blood vessels also. Trachea is there and blood vessels are there. So the oxygen is absorbed by the blood which circulates through the trachea, right? And the water comes out from the remaining water. Now the oxygen has been absorbed and the remaining water comes out from this region. It moves out from this region. So water comes from here inside from the mouth, and the remaining water from which oxygen has been absorbed, it moves out from the back of the gills. Then in lower animals like this amoeba and this paramecium, this body surface, through the body surface exchange of gases take place. Both are unicellular organisms, right? Then in insects, just see this grasshopper is shown. So spiracles or small openings are present. Just you can see over here, spiracles are present, openings are present on the sides of its body, and inside the trachea is present. Can you see the trachea? And near the trachea there is a trachea spread into the whole body of the insect. These air tubes have tiny openings called spiracles on the sides of their body. Oxygen rich air enters the body through spiracles. This air now goes into trachea, diffuses into the body tissues and reaches every cell of the body, right? And similarly, carbon dioxide is also thrown out of the body. Then in earthworms, you can see over here, earthworms, through the skin, through its moist skin, respiration process takes place. Then in frog, you can see lungs are present, right? And they are amphibians. Lungs are also there, and through its moist skin, it respires inside the water. This is all about respiration in plants and in animals. We will be studying respiration in humans in the next part in detail. Thank you.